Hi, today I'm going to be talking about drug trafficking, specifically from South and Latin American countries into the US. Some 4% of the world's population has consumed cocaine in his or her life. That is almost 300 million people. Approximately half of this cocaine comes from Colombia. The total retail value of the global illicit drug trade was 320 billion US dollars from the year 2003, equivalent to 0.9% of the global GDP. The natural resources in Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia are ideal for making cocaine, which is why the issue began in the 70s with Pablo Escobar with the creation of the Medellin cartel. And by the 1980s, it was estimated that he shipped 80 tons of cocaine on a monthly basis, which gave him a net worth of $30 billion, making him one of the top 10 richest people in the world at the time. The main cause of the issue of drug trafficking into the U.S. is that the countries that are supplying the drugs are typically third world countries and are underdeveloped countries such as Colombia. Also, the cartels in countries such as Colombia and Peru view drug production as a way to make money. The U.S. is 25% of the market of illegal drugs, so they traffic them up here to sell. Colombia, with about 15,000 tons, leads the world with the largest cocaine trade. Experts believe about 60% of South America's exported cocaine is from Colombia. In 2013, an estimated 24.6 million Americans aged 12 or older, 9.4% of the population, had used illicit drugs in the past month. As more people start getting addicted to these drugs, the demand will go up, which will increase the demand for the drugs. These drugs are also extremely harmful for the human body and is costing the U.S. billions of dollars a year in healthcare. Rebuttal. Some people believe that the flow of money from the U.S. to these South and Latin American countries is good because it benefits the impoverished countries. However, this is not true because according to the DEA, after the drugs have been distributed and the cash has been collected, the money must be filtered back to the drug cartel's headquarters. Not a penny of it goes to the governments. Countries that produce the most illegal drugs in South America still tend to be the most impoverished. This graph proves that the money isn't going to the governments because they are still highly impoverished. Solution. A solution of this issue includes focusing on increasing the budget of the police in the countries so they can stop being paid off by the cartels for production. Oftentimes you see the court systems and police in these countries heavily favor the cartels because of the corrupt system, which is that the money funding these judges is coming from the cartels. The former president of Brazil, Fernando Henrique Cardoso, states, "Enforcement resources should be directed towards the most disruptive, problematic, and violent elements of the trade, alongside international cooperation on the crackdown on corruption and money laundering." By fixing the corrupt police systems in place today, the cartels can finally stop exports to the U.S. Call to action. As regular citizens, it's important to report any drug activity to the police because if enough people report drug activity, the dealers will be arrested, which will create a domino effect which will direct the drug target away from the U.S. Also, you can donate to many organizations such as drugfreeworld.org, which focuses on educating the world about the harm of drugs and the damage it brings to others. Organizations like these provide educators with practical tools to give youth solid facts which enable them to choose to lead drug-free lives all on their own.